Question in the DMs. Hey Carl, so question. My best friend told me that I was eating too much protein. Currently, I am eating 250 grams. He told me that it was too much. I told him I weighed roughly about 228 pounds. It's been working for me, and I have lost weight. Should I have been eating 250 grams of protein? So shooting in the dark here, 250 grams probably was the amount you chose because you used to be 250 pounds. I'm taking a guess, and you lost weight and you dropped down to 228 pounds. But you were doing 250 grams of protein because you were thinking 1 gram per pound of body weight. Got it. So unless you're new here, you know how important protein is when it comes to dieting and body recomposition. We're not just trying to lose weight, we're trying to lose body fat. So there's some, what do they call it? Losing the weight, but keeping the shape. A very common rule of thumb, fact that's been popularized when it comes to protein intake is to shoot about 0.7 to a gram per pound of body weight. But there's more to the story. Unless you're already relatively lean, for men, that's anywhere from 10 to 15% body fat. For females, 20 to 25. The body weight you're basing off of changes. So you don't want to shoot for your current body weight. You want to shoot for your lean body mass. So your lean body mass is everything in your body except fat. Muscle, bone, organs, water, skin, tendons, ligaments, etc. So if you weigh 200 pounds and you're 20% body fat, that means your lean body mass is about 160 pounds because 20% of 200 is 40 pounds of fat and the rest is lean. So if you were somebody that's 200 pounds, for example, with 20% body fat as a male, or for a female, let's say 30% body fat, you wouldn't try to eat 200 grams of protein. You'd probably be better off getting 160 grams of protein or whatever 0.7 of that is. So honestly, the easiest way to do this is to just shoot for whatever your target body weight is in grams. That's probably what you can get a scan and figure out your lean body mass. You could also just, eyeball what your body fat percentage is and do the math to figure out what your lean body mass is. But your best bet, if you don't want to have to think too hard, is to just shoot for your target body weight in grams for your daily protein intake. Now, with that being said, in your situation in particular, the fact that obviously we have science, but we also have anecdote, practicality, stuff that happened in real life. You lost weight. Assuming I have this correct, you went from 250 pounds down to 228. At the end of the day, calories in versus calories out, you adhered to a deficit. And that's kind of what matters the most. Protein is also known to be super satiating, keeps you full. So if you're someone that needs to feel fuller, going higher on the protein side might be actually pretty smart, pretty helpful. But don't feel like you have to overdo it on protein. So this is kind of a decision you kind of have to make for yourself. If eating ample amount of protein keeps you adhering to the big picture, a caloric deficit, then keep doing that. It's working for you clearly. But at the end of the day, don't forget the other side of the story. Yeah, you want to lose weight, but you also want to keep the shape. You also want to build muscle. You also want to keep tissue. And once you go over that 0.7 gram per pound of lean body mass, you don't need more than that. You could use the rest of your calories to eat carbohydrates, and that's going to help you fuel your training, which is what's giving you the energy to build the muscle in the first place. Just my 2 cents, something to think about. So your friend has a point, but you also have a point because your friend is telling you that the science says otherwise, but your results are saying otherwise. So I think you just got to find somewhere in the middle. Remember, there's always fact, science, the quote-unquote best way, and then there's the best way for you to stick to it consistently. Your transformation is somewhere in the middle. If you're looking to shred fat, get jacked, or remodel your birthday suit, shoot me a message and let's get to work.